Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, June 2nd, and no, you're not just seeing red. I got sunburned yesterday, so that's why I didn't do my video yesterday. Always go out with this, but we made a decision when we were out yesterday to go down to White Rock Beach, and we didn't have sunscreen, so... I mean, fuck's sake, lady, you're Irish, so... and you're very fair-skinned, so... But that's not why you're here to listen to me bitch and moan about my sunburn. You're here to find out about May's first time viewings. So I got 12 watched last month, which was better than April. I did have a few duds. I even had a DNF. That one's gonna be giving me some shit. I know a lot of people are gonna give me shit about that one, but I don't care. I didn't like it. So I will just get started. There was a lot on streaming, and I did get a lot of my physical copies watched, so got my trusty book out. So the first one I watched for May was on Amazon Prime. I had to rent it, but it was only $4. Was Michael Mann's The Keep, and thank you In Search of Darkness 2 for finally getting me off my ass to watch that. I know Michael Mann does not like this movie because the studio came in and interfered and made him cut 2 hours of the movie. But the thing is, if it was a 3.5-hour horror film, I don't think it would have done well. And I can see why they made him cut 2 hours out of his film. I personally really liked it. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. But I love the score because I love Tangerine Dream and I love the actors. But I don't think it would have benefited from being 2 hours long. But that's just me. But I liked it. I mean, you had Scott Glenn. You had a very young, definitely long before X-Men and Lord of the Rings, Ian McKellen. You had Gabriel Byrne. I cannot pronounce his name, but he played Duke Leto Atreides in Dune, David Lynch's Dune. He was in Das Boot, and he was Sutter Kane in The Mouth of Madness. He was in it, and I thought he was pretty good. So, but yeah, I really like The Keep. So Number 2 was one I got kinda in horror pack. I got it in pop-up pack because I was trying to get all the movies I missed before. And I liked this one. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 too, and that was Basket Case. I like this one. I love the stop motion. I loved all that kind of stuff. I like the grittiness and the gore. I mean, come on. Do you guys recommend me to check out part 2 and part 3? I've heard kind of iffy things about them. But yeah, I like this one. So it might be an upgrade to Blu-ray. I gotta see what special features are on the Blu-ray, because if it has the same ones that are on this DVD, I probably won't. But oh, we're already on to the controversial choice. I was so looking forward to this movie because I love the director's other films, but boy, I did not like Tenet. I stopped watching it 45 minutes in. I thought it was confusing as fuck. The way the scenes just kept jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. And it also didn't help the score was almost overlapping the dialogue and all that. I just got so annoyed and with all this bullshit, the jumping back and forth. And yet the funny thing is, 10 years earlier, everybody said they had the same problem with Inception, and I got that on the first viewing. So I won't give Tenet another shot. I don't even have a rating for it, because if I DNF something, I'm not even gonna bother with a rating. So, and I had tons of people saying, no, you gotta rewatch it, and I finally told half these people, hey, I don't tell you what the hell to do, don't tell me what the hell to do. And then the minute I said that, they all shut up, so that's always a good thing. But yeah, Tenet, definitely not worth my time. So, number 4, this was one of the lost episodes that got animated, and I watched Doctor Who Fury from the Deep, which is a second Doctor story, and the last one for the companion Victoria right there. This was her last story, and unfortunately the actress passed away last year. It was either 2020 or 2019, which is so sad. I like this. You actually have the option to either watch the animation in color or black and white. I chose color. I wanted to see what it would be like. But the next time I watch it, I might try the black and white. But yeah, I like this one. So I think there's only like a few episodes of Doctor Who Classic and the new one that I did not like. Okay, so number 5. I hadn't watched this because it was so hard to try to find either a VHS copy or the DVD copy, and half the time the DVD copy was so expensive. But I finally watched Mothra. I gave this a 7.5 out of 10. Seemed to be the norm this month, but I did like this. Directed by Ishiro Honda, who directed the very first Godzilla film. But yeah, I really like this, so it's going up in the Godzilla section, and I gotta move my King Kong movie. I'm just gonna keep all the Godzilla, Mothra, and King Kong movies up there. So yeah, I like that. And yes, this is a steelbook, and I do like the cover. I like how steelbook companies are finally saying, maybe we should put a cover on these films. It's like, yeah, dude, no shit. Okay, number 6. I actually watched this on Shudder. Even though I have a physical copy, I watched it on Shudder thanks to The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. And I watched Mandy. Gave this a 7.5 out of 10, and I actually got ridiculed for that. And they're like, only 7.5, and I go, hey bitch, be lucky it wasn't 6.5, because then this thing would be pawned. But yeah, I liked it. It was a little twisted at some points, like the total psychedelic stuff, but I enjoyed it, so I'm happy I got it. I got this at Walmart for $5. So now I definitely have to watch Color Out of Space. I do own that on Blu-ray, but yeah, I really like this one. And next one up, watched on Shudder as well, and this one was kind of 5.5 out of 10. 5, actually, just 5 out of 10. Blech. And that was the McPherson tape. Sorry. It was good, but the thing was the actors just ruined it for me. The only good one was the kid. I didn't mind it was shot on VHS because I grew up in that era. I grew up with the VHSs. But the actors kind of just were whiny and blah. And the kid in the movie was the only good thing about it. And the aliens, we found out afterwards they were played by kids. It was actually quite cool. So basically the kids in the movie were the only good thing. But if you like kind of the almost found footage VHS tape type stuff, you might like this. Me personally, I just didn't like it. Okay, number 8, the 3 of us watched on Amazon Prime. I rented it at $24.99, and that was the new Mortal Kombat. I liked it, but I prefer the 95 movie more. I mean, just because you make something R-rated with gore and a shit ton of swearing. Like, yeah, I swear on my videos, but not every little second. That turned me off for some reason. The gore, I love. The swearing, it turned me off, but I did like it, but I prefer the 95 movie. I don't know why, but from what I hear, why I waited a whole month to watch it, one of the biggest comments from a lot of people was that they turned the movie off to go watch the 1995 movie, and I was like, whoa, okay. So my parents loved the hell out of it, and I'm the opposite. I was like, yeah, it's okay. I give it a 7 out of 10, but I'll still buy it when it comes out, but I definitely prefer Paula W.S. Anderson's 1995 movie. It's not a classic. To me, it's a classic, but I enjoyed the 95 movie, so. Okay, number 9. I booked the day off for this because I was going to stay up all night and watch it. That didn't work because I fell asleep 5 minutes to midnight, and I woke up at 5, and I was like, nope, I'm going back to sleep. And that was Season 5, Part 2 of Lucifer on Netflix. Love. The musical episode, not so much. My parents just watched it, they loved it, but me, I was like, okay, enough with the fucking singing, please. It's driving me nuts. Whenever one of the actors started singing, I had to forward it. I was like so annoyed. But the last 2 episodes, oh my god, particularly with what happens in it's episode 15, but as part 2, it's episode 7. Oh my god, that was an emotional episode, and same as with the season finale. overall, really good season. Really great season, actually, I should say. With the exception, I was not really looking forward to the musical, but whatever. So if you love Lucifer, go watch it. It's awesome. Can't wait for the final season. Okay, and number 10, I actually do own. I was a little late because I didn't. They hinted on the last drive-in on Twitter, like Darcy the mail girl, what this could be, and everybody guessed wrong. And I was about 45 minutes late because I went out, but from what I watched, holy shit, I got into this movie. I wish I would have seen it when it came out, but you know how you get into the thing of you want to watch the old stuff so much that you don't get to the new stuff that you have so much of. And that movie in question, and what I found out is there was a lot of people watching it on the last drive-in, like myself, who never watched it before, and that was Train to Busan. Even though I was 45 minutes late, I actually, on the way home, I found out what it was and I started watching it on my iPhone. I loved it. 9 out of 10. I don't know if this is my favorite zombie movie, because I think that is still... It's ironic how this and 28 Days Later, which is my favorite zombie movie. So many parallels and stuff. But yeah, so awesome. That prick. Everybody kept talking about that asshole in this movie. And I was like, how the fuck did he live? But, oh, it was so... And I didn't cry at the ending, but everybody else did. But it was a sad ending. Won't just spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But yes, such a great... I was happy to watch it on the last drive-in and interact with others like myself on Twitter. So much fun. Then I decided to watch the animated prequel, Seoul Station. What a piece of shit. In the words of William Hurt in History of Violence. How do you fuck that up? Oh my god, the characters I couldn't give two shits about, and I thought prequel we'd learn where this zombie virus is coming from. We didn't learn shit. We just learned that all the characters were freaking annoying. The animation was great, but the story, the characters, I couldn't even give two shits who lived and who died. That was a 3 out of 10. Oh, and from what I hear, a lot of people didn't like it. But oh, what a letdown. And my first time viewing of the year, because I watched The Lost Drive-In here on YouTube, and my buddy Justin Ryan 1988, they do a thing on Monday where they're live streaming, and Nick from The Lost Drive-In, he's been on me about watching this, and I finally watched it. I watched the director's 3-hour cut. I loved it. 8.5 out of 10. And yes, I prefer it over The Shining, and that is Dr. Sleep. So, when the hell did I watch this? I watched it Friday or Saturday night, and I was like, I have nothing to do. I'm not going out. I have no money. I'm going to watch Dr. Sleep. It's 3 hours long. Loved it. Loved Ewan McGregor as Danny Torrance. And actually, the funny thing is I got to rewatch it because I might have gone to the bathroom and forgot to pause. But the original Danny Torrance was in a cameo. And then I was like, who is this kid that they're killing? And I realized it's Jacob Tremblay, the Langley boy from Room and The Predator. And I definitely thought Rebecca Ferguson was awesome in this movie. And same as with the girl, I don't know her name. I think it was, if you can see it, I think that's her. She was great. But I think, out of all the cast, I think Rebecca Ferguson, who I've only seen 2 movies with, that of course being the Mission Impossible movies, she was great in this. But everything was great, and the funny thing is, the first movie I saw, I think by Michael Flanagan, who is good in the horror genre, he did Oculus, I think, and I did not like that, and everybody seems to like that. I liked... I think he did Ouija Origin of Evil, which was great. Oh, speaking of that, considering he was in Origin of Evil in this, when Danny was at the bar at the Overlook Hotel, was like, okay, who the hell is this guy? I recognize the voice. Give me his face. Give me his face. It was only in the bathroom where they gave me his face, and I went, it was Henry Thomas. So I was like, holy shit, because I actually thought they just kind of weirdly maybe CGI Jack Nicholson's face on some guy. No, it was Henry Thomas from E.T., Cloak and Dagger, all those great movies that I grew up on. But overall, I love this movie. I definitely prefer it over The Shining. That's just my opinion. I will rewatch The Shining, but this is definitely the superior film. Sorry to people who love The Shining, but hey, I like The Shining. I just like this more. So yeah, guys, that is it. That I got 12 watched. Definitely better than April. Again, some duds, like Tenet was, I wouldn't say it was the worst, but it was the most disappointing. The fact that I DNF'd it. I think the Seoul Station was the worst, and Train to Busan was the best. So that is it. I've already gone 16 minutes, which is a little bit longer than what I wanted to do, but I think a couple of these movies I talked about too much, so so I need to drink my water. So let me know what you guys think of these titles, which ones you like, which ones you don't like. Don't tell me in the comments below to rewatch Tenet. I will not. It's not worth my time. I'm sorry. If you love it, good on you, but I just didn't like it. I will stick with this classic by Christopher Nolan. Thank you very much. I prefer that. That was one of my favorite. That's in my top, put it over here, top 100 favorite films of all time. I think it's in the 20s, so that's saying a lot. Okay, guys, so I'm drunk enough. You won't see a DVD Blu-ray update because I only got one thing, and that was Star Trek Picard Season 1, because nothing's tried to get King Kong, and it's almost out of print already. And hopefully tomorrow I will stop off at Sunrise Records and grab this on Blu-ray, because I really want this on Blu-ray, and that is Explorers. Okay, it looks like my ring light is actually dying, even though I've already charged the damn thing. But then again, I guess that's as long as I can use it for, 17 minutes. So yeah, guys, again, let me know what you guys think of these titles, which ones you liked, which ones you don't like. So yeah, don't know when my next video will be. Hopefully I'll have a DVD Blu-ray update later, because it's payday tomorrow. Yay! But not too much. So until my next video, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Watch a shitload of movies, and of course, as always, like, comment, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.